One of the underlying concerns that I have about what we've done here with this particular budget is how we've looked at revenue. By not looking behind the numbers, by listening to the institutions that are represented within this building, we have forgotten about the most important individuals that are protected, our constituents and the little guy. Just recently, we had our consensus revenues put out on Friday, and we're seeing an uptick in revenue. And I think, for me, I scratch my head. I am elated that we're seeing some relief without having to increase taxes. But I'm wondering, where is this coming from? Because the individuals that I speak with in my communities aren't telling me that they're feeling comfortable about their future. They're still struggling, there's still anxiety, and I know in my own personal life, I share those same anxieties. So what are we doing here today? We're crafting a tax policy. To me, that seems to be a bunch of jumbled numbers as opposed to real tax policy. And the reason I say that is, you know, we talk about the remote sellers tax. Well, we need to go after Amazon because we need to bring that revenue into the state of Connecticut and help our brick and mortar institutions. Because everybody is buying their products over the internet, and the small business guy is getting killed because they have to charge the 6% sales tax, and the out-of-state business doesn't have to charge it. And I agree with that 100%. But the remote sellers tax doesn't fix that. What we're doing is we're going after companies like Amazon, who have already threatened that they're going to pull their revenue out of the state, their advertising revenue, which is going to hurt our advertisers to the millions and millions of dollars. We've heard that testimony over and over. That's why we've never done it before. And what are we going to do to that brick and mortar retailer? We're going to increase their sales tax. We're going to take away the exemption on clothing. We're going to increase the tax on alcohol sales. Guess what that's going to do to our border communities? I don't know how anybody who represents a town on the border of Connecticut would be supporting this tax package. I personally have an alcohol permit. Through my business, I saw sales decline over 20% in alcohol sales, and they haven't returned. It's been a 2-year flatline decline. And what we're going to do to these stores is we're going to pile it on. Let's tax them some more. It's not just 30 cents to that little guy. It's the personal income tax. It's the property tax credit. It's the increase in the sales tax. People are tired. But what concerns me is the individuals that we're not protecting are the little guys, the 70% of our economy, the small business individuals. I don't think the right thing to do today is to pass this budget. But I think the right thing to do, if you vote for this budget, is to go home to your district, look your constituents in the eye, and tell them why you voted for it. Tell them why you increased their personal income tax. Tell them why you took away part of their personal property tax credit. And explain that to them. Explain to the businesses why you've increased their alcohol tax and the sales tax on commodities such as clothing. After you look them all in the eye and tell them, I'm sorry, I had to raise your taxes, don't forget to tell them that, by the way, we're creating a $1 billion surplus with this tax package because we need to increase our savings account, never mind yours. So you could dig deep into your pockets, pull your money out of savings to fork up that extra $200,000, $300,000 that we're going to milk out of you so we could stick it into our bank account. I don't think that's good fiscal policy. Thank you, Madam Speaker.